This is a lecture on information system security. Today we are going to discuss Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure in the Unit 5. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure is the secure version of the simple Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So it is basically an application layer protocol which establishes a secure communication over an insecure computer network between the two hosts. So it is a secure version of the simple hypertext transfer protocol, and it uses the transport layer security like the TLS protocol and the SSL protocol to encrypt the traffic between the client and the web server. Basically, it creates a secure channel for the two hosts to communicate over an insecure network, the most commonly the internet. Since the simple HTTP sends all the data in the clear text, the HTTP secure can be used to encrypt the sensitive information. So whenever we want to send the sensitive information like the login details, like username, password, or the credit card details, then in that case any of the website which is meant to transfer the secure information can use the secure version of the hypertext transfer protocol. But as the secure HTTP requires more resources than the simple HTTP, so the secure version of the HTTP is used only to protect the sensitive information. But now today many of the websites uses the secure version of HTTP for the entire site. For example, the Google uses the secure version of HTTP by default on its Google search pages. So suppose on the Google, if you type the URL www.gmail.com, then you will visualize that on the left side of the URL the HTTPS is written, which indicate that the Google website is using the secure version of the HTTP protocol. So in this diagram you can see that when on the Google website you search the gmail.com, then on the left side the HTTPS is written. Now the differences between the simple HTTP protocol and the secure version of HTTP protocol. So basically the simple version of HTTP protocol do not encrypt the data which is transmitted, but the secure version of HTTP protocol encrypt the data before transmitting it. So the simple HTTP protocol do not uses the transport layer security protocols, but the secure version of HTTP protocol uses the transport layer security protocol like the SSL protocol or the TLS protocol to encrypt the data. So when we use the simple HTTP protocol, then the data transmitted can be understood by anyone, but in the case of secure version of HTTP, the data can be understood by the receiver only when it is able to decipher the data, and anyone else is not able to understand the data. So basically by default the HTTP uses the port number 80, and the secure version of HTTP uses the port number 443. So the simple HTTP protocol is unsafe, or we can say it is unsecure, because it is not using the encryption or the authentication, but the secure version of HTTP is a secure and the safe transfer protocol. In the simple version of HTTP, there is no validation between the web client and the web server, and in the secure version of HTTP, the web client and the web server can authenticate each other. So finally, we can say that in the simple HTTP, it can be hacked by the hackers, but the secure version of HTTP cannot be attacked by the hackers. Now we are going to discuss another topic, which is the secure cell protocol. The secure cell protocol enables a user to access a remote device and to manage it. So basically, as we know, the telnet is also telnet protocol also enable a user to access a remote device. Okay, but the basic difference between the telnet and the secure shell protocol is that remotely accessing a device on the network, the secure cell protocol enables the secure access of the remote device. So SSH was developed by the SSH Communication Security Limited. So it is a program to log into another computer over a network, to execute commands in a remote machine, and to move files from one machine to another machine. Now the SSH provide strong authentication and secure communication over the insecure channel. So all data transmitted over a network is encrypted and secure from the eavesdropping. The SSH also uses a public key for the authentication of the users accessing a server, and it is a great practice providing us extreme security. SSH is mostly used in all popular operating systems like the Unix, the Red Hat Linux, or the Ubuntu. The SSH protects a network from attack like the IP spoofing attack, IP source routing attack, or the DNS spoofing attack. So while using the SSH server for accessing the remote devices, then in that case, if an attacker has managed to take over the network, then in that case the connection will be disconnected, but the attacker cannot play back the traffic, or attacker cannot hijack the connection when encryption is enabled by the SSH protocol. So a user on a client machine can use a software, which is the SSH client, to establish a connection to the SSH server running on a remote machine. So once the connection has been established, the user can execute commands on the remote device. So suppose here is an example. So suppose a network administrator want to use his computer, which is denoted by host A in this diagram, to access and manage the router who has the IP address of 10.0.0.1. Now the administrator will start an SSH client program on the host A and will enter the IP address of the router R1 to access it. So lastly, there are some SSH client, that is a software that can use to set up a connection with the SSH server available for the major operating system. So suppose when we are using the Mac operating system or the Linux operating system, then the SSH client can be available in the terminal, or it can be a built-in. Now while using the Windows, the SSH client will be the PuTTY client, denoted by PUTTY. So while using the Android, it will be named Juice SSH, which is an SSH client to connect to the SSH server. Or in the case of the iOS device, it will be Prompt. Thank you.